is a difference between you and me. We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.
In this video, I'm gonna go over Adam. He's had a rework recently, and I'm trying to see if I can use him in the way right now you're seeing a video of me using him in Red Alerts. I'm gonna go into his kit, give you like a full view of what I think he could be potentially, where I'm trying to use him a little bit more. I'm not quite convinced of one way or the other how he goes, but you'll see as we get into it. So before I get into any of that, I drop DC Legends videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So please like, please subscribe, and if you don't like it, hit subscribe and hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. Just saw that it took him 2 shots to take out Etrigan. Not a good sign. Also, happy Black History Month, and as part of Black History Month, I just try to recommend some kind of black entertainment. And today is going to be Harlem Nights. Harlem Nights is an old school movie. This is back in the era of movies where Eddie Murphy was doing these kind of, I don't even know how to describe them, but they were very, very, not I want to say low budget, but they definitely didn't have hundreds of millions behind them, or tens of millions, let's just say, behind them. But they were comedy movies that kind of had I don't even know how to put it, like Vampire in Brooklyn. He took a vampire movie where it was supposed to be about Dracula and then gave it a comedic twist, and then the entire cast was black. Harlem Nights is a very 1920s, 1930s, 1940s feel to it. It's about Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor. Eddie Murphy growing up as this young, I don't want to say it's mafia, it's kind of like a gangster movie, but they're not serious gangsters. You know what I mean? They're gangsters, but they're not. And it's not, it's fun, it's light, absolutely hilarious. I can't remember her name right now, but she was also in the movie. You know what? No, I have to, because she is a GOAT and she deserves to be shouted out. So I have to say her name. I don't even know if she's still alive, actually. So I got to look up her name, and I apologize for this, but she deserves this recognition. Movie came out in 1989. I gotta get her name. I gotta get her name. Oh yeah, Red Fox was in it. Arsenio Hall was in it. Jasmine Guy was in it. Della Reese. How do I not know Della Reese's name? Oh my God, my mom would be so ashamed. Rest in peace, my mom. Love you. Oh my God, Della Reese. I didn't know her name. Ooh, I feel bad. Anyway, Harlem Nights, absolutely hilarious movie. Check it out. So now what we're going to do is go into Adam's kit. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video because, as you guys know, I've had some technical difficulties with my setup. So I'm trying to do clips more, and then I'll go into the kit. I'll go into it now so you can actually see it, and I'll interact with it. Then I'm gonna go back to the clips. That way the actual animation and the actual fighting and stuff is fluid. And actually, one thing that I've noticed is that if I'm watching the clips, I'm a little bit more attentive as to what's going on in the fight. It's kind of funny to say that, but it's true. Anyway, on top of his aesthetics, I actually love his legendary skin. His normal skin, I don't like it. All right, so add Atomic Punch. Damage to an enemy and gain 2 empowered strength ups. Ignore shields and awareness if the target is buffed. Now, I wasn't paying attention to the ignore shields and awareness, but that is a big deal, especially going up against Spectre. However, where the level I have him at now. Oh, bless me, and that scared her. Whenever I sneeze, she freaks out and she tries to comfort me like something's wrong. I'm fine. I promise I'm fine. Promise I'm fine. It's okay. Every time I sneeze, she gets attention, and then she starts licking me like I hurt myself. I promise I'm fine. I'm fine. Go back to sleep. She's looking at me like, don't lie to me. You okay? She's putting her paw. She won't leave me alone. Leave me alone. It's just a sneeze, I swear. You just hiccuped. It's just a sneeze, I swear to God. All right, so, any case, chill out, Olympia. In any case, that's so funny. One thing I did notice is that on his A1, you can't exactly one-shot Spectre, so the ignoring awareness and ignoring shield isn't great, unless you really ramp him up. But then also at that point, if you're really ramping him up, that means Spectre's had a chance to go. So he can't one-shot Spectre on his A1 or his A2, at least at the level I have him at, and I think I have him L4, it might be L3. L4, I have him L4, so at least in this spot, he's not able to one-shot him. not even on his heavy damage A3. So just keep that in mind. Microscopic Assistance, purge 5 debuffs from each ally, 90%, 100% if ringed out. I'm saving those rings because right now I just took Jesse Quick 70-11. I've recorded my entire acts of me doing that. I'm also planning on taking Naomi 70-11 immediately out of the box and then ringing her up and taking her up to L2, L3. Like, I'm really going to chase after Naomi. I really want to have her. So I'm actually gonna like do a chase like I did for Jace Fox, except hopefully Naomi's good. But I'm gonna do a chase for Naomi as well. But I had to use a lot of rings in Jessie Quick, and she's still not even remotely to where I need her to be in order to be able to use her in PvP. But in any case, I would like to have that 100%, and I will at some point. So 90% chance to call assist for me at the moment from a primary target. Gain 5 evasion ups. The problem with the 5 evasions up is that I read that as though he was giving the entire team 5 evasion ups. Turns out he just gives it to himself. I don't know how much of a fan I am of that. If that's like, I don't know how much I like it. It's okay to have, but I'm not running home about it. It's not absolutely fantastic. On the A3, the harder they fall, heavy damage to an enemy, 50% chance if target, 50% damage if the target is above 50% HP. With that included and ringed out, I still can't one-shot Spectre with this ability, which is very disappointing. I think if I run him under Cheetah, because he's strength-based, I can at that point, but just him solo, he can't. And then the legendary point was also gain debuff immunity. I just didn't add that in because, I mean, if I'm going to need debuff immunity, I'm typically going to run him with Terra. Passive ability. Each time Adam damage an enemy, 65% chance to call assist on a random teammate. 70%, like that 5%. I don't know if it's worth the 8 rings. I'm still thinking on it. Also apply 5 evasion ups on teammates. So the one that he may call assist, he's gonna give them 5 evasion ups. Which sure, that's nice, I guess. It kind of helps him run with evasion comps and hit chance down comps, but like he's doing it so individually. I like that Dove can do it for the entire team, and then when she buffs herself, it's one of those constant things like where she's doing it in her A1. Same thing with Cassandra Cain. When they give themselves evasion ups, they give themselves a lot, so it's damn near impossible to hit him. And if his name is Adam and he's microscopic, he should be pretty damn hard to kill, right? So anyway, then scientific approach. Passive ability, 75% chance, 85% chance when ringed out, which I will ring that out when I have the rings. To gain 50% turn meter up each time an enemy gains a buff, which is absolutely fantastic. That is the ability that's awesome. That also gain 2 empowered strength ups. That ability is actually pretty great. So then you can run them against buff heavy teams, especially buff heavy mystic teams, and there's a good chance that by the time he gets a turn, he's going to get turns faster, which means you're going to use A1 a little bit more. You're going to have more empowered strength ups. As he's getting that more turn meter, he's also giving himself 2 more empowered strength ups. So there is a place for him to ramp up and be really, really good. But I am struggling with the compositions at the moment, if I'm just being 100% fair. So that is Adam's kit. You still worried about my sneeze? Or you just want to go on the couch? You want to go on the couch? Am I talking too loud? Do you need to go sleep? All right. Anyway, so let's get back to the videos. Now, this is the red alert video. I'm going to go ahead and skip forward to the PvP battles that I was doing, and then just go from there. So guys, forgive, this is my first time reviewing this like a freaking football coach. So basically, the idea, and I'm trying to remember how I want to build it. What I would want to do with the problem that I would have here is Harley Quinn. I need someone who can't miss. Or else I'm running the risk. Then I would also want to run like a Terra with, so that I can avoid the enrage. The idea or the concept that I had at this moment was to actually run Adam with Darkseid and then try to give as many buffs as possible at the beginning. Figured out that that wasn't going to really work, so I went ahead and went with Cheetah. Now, Cheetah's going to give us a turn meter up to ensure that we go before Black Flash. However, there's still the worry of being enraged. You put Saint Walker in because Saint Walker is immune to enrage. And then the idea was to use a bunch of call assist on Adam with Deadman and with Saint Walker to try to ramp up those empowered strength ups on the A1. That was the ultimate goal. One flaw in this team that I can see immediately, and this is because I just went over like Saint Walker in that top 10 mystics that I just put out. Well, number one, Cheetah's gonna go first. She's gonna try to attack Harley Quinn, loses, and she's automatically out. Also, problem with Saint Walker is that if I was gonna call assist, I really need to be sure that I have him shielded. Those were some good attacks. That was nice. But now we're in the terrible turn meter lock of Black Flash, and there's no going away from. I'm not getting out of it. So I had to go ahead and retreat. But my initial concept was like I wanted to run him with Darkseid, Deadman, and Saint Walker, and then just have all of them call assisting on him, and have him ramp up as many empowered strength ups as possible, and then anybody else who's buffing that's just a plus. That's just bonuses on those empowered strength ups. So we move on to the next team, and in this combination, there was a time where I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do the turn meter up. I'm also going to have awareness in this situation, so that way if I do get retaliated against by Harley Quinn, then I'm going to be protected by that awareness. So like the main issue you have with Cheetah a lot of times is that when you're running Cheetah, she's very oftentimes faster than the person that you may want to go first. So I try to put Martian Manhunter in here to ensure that we get Adam to go first, and now it seems like it's working at first. We're purging some of those buffs, we're getting empowered strength ups, but then we still run into the issue of Black Flash versus Spectre destroying our lives. So not success, but he's ramped so high right now because everybody else was buffing, on top of the fact of we were calling assist on him a lot, so that way he was getting a lot of empowered strength ups. But this was the absolute wrong team to try this on, just because Black Flash can then turn meter lock us. If one of us falls, Spectre takes over. This is a no-go. So then next on the agenda is just trying to find a team that it would work against, truth be told. And I went back and forth over a couple of like combinations. And I'm trying to see what the next one was, because I was very, very indecisive about how this should go or how this should look. I really, really, really think that Adam is going to be best as a damage dealer, even though I don't know that he's strong enough to be considered a damage dealer. You ramp up his empowered strength ups, that's all fine and dandy. However, at a certain point, you're not able to, you're not taking out people really like you would with like a King Shark, for example. When King Shark ramps, he ramps up pretty well and he just wipes people out. I, to this point, have not really been able to do that with Adam. However, I think the potential is there because he does ignore shield and awareness. That is massive in the game. So I want to be able to hit under the shield from Azrael, the shield from Spectre, the awareness from Spectre, the shield from whoever. Like, that's a very, very useful trait to have. So here, very similarly, but what I was trying to do was just make him tankier, to make him not fall and be able to ramp him. So I'm trying to use Saint Walker as a person who's going to call assist to give him more empowered strength ups. Terra is clearly there just to protect us from Harley Quinn, and then you have Aquaman there to ensure that we don't get any that we don't end up with any crit shots. He's ramped up to like the nth degree right now, so it's it's looking really, really, really good. And honestly, I don't even remember how this battle goes out, so I mean, I'm gonna find out with y'all. Now the thing is, take him out. One shot, awesome, but you see how many empowered strength ups you have, so I can't even really say like that's a. I mean, if you gave any physical tune that many empowered strength ups, they would do that. However, at the same time, the ability for him to ramp up like that was nice. He got there really fast. As a matter of fact, I am going to do something very Coach Tape-like. I'm going to rewind a little bit because I want to see when all this ramping happened. So I go off with the A1 there. He gets 2 empowered strength ups. Someone buffed, that was Martian Manhunter. That's 2 more empowered strength ups. He's going to hit the A1 again. That's more empowered strength ups. He does it 2 times because of the call assist from Saint Walker, calling his assist again. So he's got 2 more attacks there on his A1. Okay, like, he's all over the place right now. It was hard to keep hard to keep track, but he was ramping like a madman. And then by the time we get to this point, if Spectre goes like a little bit over to the left, we're taken out. But thankfully he didn't. And so we were able to wipe him out with one shot. He ramped fast. Maybe I was being too skeptical of him. He ramped fast as hell. All right, so that's the rest of this. But I'm going to go ahead and move forward a little bit just to see where we go to next. Oh, yeah, just to see if the battle's finished. All right, so I will say this. He ramped like a champ. That has me more interested in doing more things with him. Like, seriously, he ramped fast. All right, next video. What are we doing here? So I think this was basically running with Cheetah. Use Red Robin to give him true sight and turn meter up. And then I would be able to hopefully try to one-shot Spectre with the A3. Now, as I recall, I wasn't able to do that. And thankfully Azrael wasn't on that team because Cheetah going first is a problem. All right, so we have Adam go. On the A3, was I able to take out Spectre? There's the question. Oh, I was. Okay, I was able to one-shot him, but at the same time, I did have 3 strength ups from Cheetah. So that's part of the reason why I was able to do that. I think from this point forward, oh no, I should be able to take out. See, and that's the thing. I had like 4 empowered strength ups there. I hit Black Flash. He's not tanky, and he's not a glass cannon, but he's definitely a little bit squishier than others. And the fact that a positive affinity Atom with empowered strength ups couldn't take him out with the A1 does bother me. It bothers me a lot. I feel like given just if you're going to bring him in as a damage dealer, that's what he should do. His A2 is useful in terms of removing those debuffs, but if I'm bringing you and I expect you to ramp, like when I bring King Shark in, I'm bringing King Shark in to do damage. Point blank, period. That's your job. You have one job, do damage. The way that you ramp, Mr. Atom, the way that you ramp, you should be able to take out Black Flash if you have that many empowered strength ups and you hit him, even if it's the A1. So we're gonna pause right here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to, is this it? Yep, those are his stats on DC Legends Toolkit. So right now, his speed is 120. That ranks him at 37. So he's not fast. He's not slow. He's a little bit above average, but you're not counting on him for that speed. HP is going to be at 75th. So that's right around average, like 30,000 HP. Again, that's not squishy, but that's not tanky either. He's okay. Strength, he's tied for 16th, which makes me wonder if I'm doing something wrong or I'm seeing something wrong. Because tied for 16th, again, that's no slouch. You know what I'm saying? Like, he should be able to take out Mystics. So am I missing something? Intelligence is 77th, but he's a physical damage toon. He's not going to be as susceptible. He's about average in terms of his susceptibility to special damage. So I'm not really expecting him to have a lot of intelligence in the first place since he is physical damage. Him having that much strength. I mean, 60 cent. Is that? Okay, I'm not even going to make that stupid ass joke. But 16th, that's no slouch. Which means like he should be able to one-shot Spectre and or Black Flash when he's ramped up with 4 or 5 empowered strength ups. So that does bother me that he wasn't into it. That he wasn't able to. So let's get back to the clips. But that's DC Legends Toolkit. Check it out. Awesome website. That's your resource. That's what you need in your life. DC Legends Toolkit. So let's go ahead and get back to the coach's film. Let's get back to the All 22. Now I'm gonna wait and go ahead and see what team we picked up. What team we picked up next? I'm genuinely wondering now. I'm genuinely not worried, but I'm wondering if I also had to reset the board because I was looking for like specific matchups. I was really wondering now if I'm using him incorrectly because he ramps and I want to put him against buff teams, i.e. a Lex team. That works in our favor. And I'll say this right now, while I was filming this, I did not do that intentionally because I was not paying attention to it's there, but I knew it was there, but I wasn't paying attention to it. The whole, when an enemy team buffs, then he gets 2+ strength ups. And I actually remember this match. This is one that I lost. I just don't remember how. Oh no, I think I remember how. I think I was trying to one-shot Spectre on the A1, and that just did not work out well at all. But in any case, we'll go ahead and skip forward because I don't even remember. Oh, it was Brainiac that I was looking for. So let's go ahead and skip forward a little bit. All right, here we go. So, and tell me if you guys prefer the content this way, because I've been trying to find a solution to this whole lag issue that I've been having. But would you prefer that I do this whole, like, okay, so let's see, 75% health, less than 75% health. I'm gonna hit him with the A1. With 3 strength ups, he couldn't take away 75% of Spectre's health. I mean, and this is the problem too. I would have won that match if I had hit him with the A1, because dumb me, I thought like, oh, all abilities ignore awareness and shield. No, just the A1. Just the A1. Keep that in mind, dumb Angreifer. You giving advice on a YouTube channel and you forget your own knowledge. You forget your own, anyway, you forget your own language, because apparently you couldn't think of a word to say you forget your own stuff. All right, but yeah, it's... First, back to that topic. Do you guys prefer it when I go over like the coaches film like this? I'll do it a few more videos like this. And if you guys like it, then I'll stop trying to find a solution to where I'm doing it live, except for when I do like a live stream. I actually ran a stream last night. That seemed to be okay. Not a lot of people showed up, but I didn't announce it or anything, so I wasn't expecting much. Do you guys prefer it when I do it like this, when I'm actually analyzing the video of the things that I put together? And trust me, I'll get it more crisp and clean and like cut out all the loading screens and stuff like that in the future. But do you prefer it like this, or do you prefer like when I'm actually playing it in real time and describing it? So in any case, that was the other problem. So right there, Cheetah took out Lex in the very beginning. This is where I discovered that ignoring awareness thing was a good thing. Take him out. He empowered strength ups. Now Batman takes me out. Now we have a problem. So Cheetah, in terms of if I want Adam to be the one to go first or to handle business, I can't use Cheetah really at the beginning. And I like her as a tune, but you got to have a tune faster than her for the turn meter up. And a lot of times for the situations that I'm bringing her in, like if I'm going against a Harley Quinn, she can't be the fastest, period. That's just in a discussion. So here, let's see what happened next. And this is the other thing too, as you can see, I'm trying, as that commenter said before, I don't know if I said it in this video or the one before in the top 10, the commenter really got to me. It was like I'm falling into a pattern of doing the same thing over and over again in a positive way. I'm glad you called me on it. Because I need to branch out and use a lot of different tunes. And I was doing that at first. I got lazy. Now I got to get back up on my game. All right, so I'm bringing Tara in because I need those 5 buffs. On Darkseid, so there's a 75% chance for Adam to call assist on himself and attack again to get those empowered strength ups. The one thing that I would have liked to have seen is if I could have put another, like a Saint Walker next to him or a Dead Man next to him to call assist more. But and honestly, I probably could have, now that I'm looking at how things went. See, on his A3, that time, there was no Cheetah, so he didn't one-shot Spectre. And I think that Spectre might have even been an RB Spectre or whatever. I don't care, you're L4. Like, L4, you should be able to take him out. Do I have to RB1 you for you to be able to take out a negative affinity tune? No. Not a fan. But anyway, this battle's well in control. I like Adam. Jury's still out, but I feel like after noticing again the ability to ignore awareness and ignore shields, and then seeing how fast he ramps, like putting him against Barda or a Terra, who like they buff a lot and very often. If there's a Donna Troy team out there where she's relying on buffs a lot, I would plop Adam in there in a second, because then all the turn meter, all the cooldowns for their ability is going to be reduced, which means they're going to be buffing more, which means he's going to be ramping more. My main issue with Adam right now is protection. I need to keep him protected at all cost. He's not squishy, but I think I need to keep him protected for like the first 2 or 3 rounds, so that he can ramp up enough so where he can just start cracking skulls. He's not to the level of damage like of a King Shark, but I think he's good. I think he's good so far, but I'm gonna have to keep working on him. In any case, that'll do it. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.